Differently.
A world record holder in Paralympics, an icon and a mentor.
I'm happy to I struggled so that many other people people with disability can be able to benefit. We are not yet there, lakini what I can say, we are somewhere. Things are changing. They cannot happen overnight, but I thank God things are happening. We are on the right direction.
Sylvia's world changed in a single moment when she finally came to know the diagnosis.
Embrace disability, mtupende, pende watoto wetu, juu cerebral palsy si contagious, haikushiki, haishikanishani.
Differently.
The book of Hebrews tells us that write the vision down, even though it tarries, it will surely come to pass. So write it down, hold God accountable. So as we enter this year, we said we are entering with thanksgiving, talking about the goodness of God.
Give me what I want, you give me what I need.
Isaiah 43 verse 18 to 20 that has told us, forget those former things. See, behold, I will do a new thing. I am doing it. Can't you say it? That is what the Lord is telling you.
I'm glad I get to do life with you, my best friend.
Looking back, I have come to realize that I didn't fall in love with you. I walked into love with you.
So my name is Wanjiro Gebenji Monywa.
My name is James Njukuna.
My ex, and his then partner, no, his ex, had something going on, like a relationship going on.
This one is interesting, guys.
I think I was very bitter because I had tried. Please don't judge.
I get this DM from this girl. So the first thing, I go through her Instagram page and I say, hey, aka kasichana ni karembo. So she was not coming to meet me so that we have this conversation. She's coming to get a selfie so that she can post and show these guys, you know what, I found him.
My God.
Like the 7 years gave us enough time to hustle for our dream wedding.
The most important thing is the drive that they have, and that drive is what I saw in you all those years.
The commission has agreed to an early family visit and leave, as soon as we've decided on a tent.
What do you mean by that?
You should keep doing good work there. I'm here for Guoguo. It's fine this way.
And you, take care of yourself.
Cultural differences are one thing. We respect that, but life and death is quite another. If it's a matter of habit, we'll change it. If it's a matter of values, we'll change it.
Habits don't change easy.
Exactly 1 o'clock on the nose on your right on time for the day's reports. Plenty stories shaping the news in general news, business and sports. This is KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange, and Wangeshi is our sign language interpreter. And also we are keenly following up for you on that incident that happened earlier today at South Sea in Nairobi area where a 16-story building collapsed. Reports as of now indicate that 2 people are feared dead with 2 others still trapped in the rubble. Our very own Joseph Wahungu is there. He's our eyes and ears on the ground, and momentarily we shall be checking in with him to just find out what more is developing in respect to this story. That's coming in a bit later, but for now we inform you on what has been shaping the news at this hour. And hundreds of street children And vulnerable families in Nanyuki were treated to a New Year's feast by local businesswoman Susan Wanjiku, popularly known as Mama Ngodho, who has sustained the initiative for over 4 decades. The event marked its 44th year, with beneficiaries treated to new clothes, meals, counseling, dancing, grooming, and cake cutting. Mama Ngodho called for support to help adults start small businesses or access jobs and loans, as beneficiaries and well-wishers urged collaboration to help families move off their streets. Story. Moving on, a section of farmers from the Ngithu ward in the outskirts of Nanyuki town of Laikipia County ushered in the new year, counting losses after elephants invaded their farms and destroyed crops. The farmers say that the stray elephants often target their farms at night, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Attempts by the farmers to scare them away have been futile, as the jumbos always return. They now want the government to step in and find a lasting solution to avert further losses.
Zimekuwa zikitutorialize each and every season. So kama jana zilikuja usiku, zilikuwa like ndovu 8 na mtoto wake. So zikiingia kwa nyumba, zikiingia kwa mashamba zetu, zinakula mahindi, zinakula cabbage, zinakula malenge.
Nakumbuka mwaka jana tena shida kama hii tulipata katika sisi wakulima. Ndovu zilikuja mingi zaidi ya 30. Zikatupitia hapa tena, zikabomoa singenge, zikaingia ndani ya shamba, zikatukulia kila kitu kwa shamba tu, kupata miti, mafakado, nini yote, zilikula makabeji. Ilinivamia kila kitu, kama walikuja kama wako na njaa kabisa. Kutoka hapo mashamba zote zikaharibiwa. Mpaka saa hii tena leo hii wamekuja tena.
Compensation sio kitu ambayo sio suluhisho la kudumu. Kwa sababu hata wengine wamekuwa wakitisha compensation miaka 10 iliyopita. So compensation, watu wa Laikipia wataki compensation. Wanataka wachujue mali yao. Tunahitaji ndovu, tunahitaji wakulima pia, na tunataka pia youth wetu ambao wamekosa ajira Kenya mzima, wamejituma kwa mashamba. Tena tumeanza kuwatoa kwa mashamba kutumia ndovu.
We now turn the crack to South Sea in Nairobi area, where the 16-story building collapsed earlier today. 2 people feared dead, 2 others still trapped in the rubble. Rescue teams have been there just trying to ensure that they do their best to rescue those that were inside. Our very own Joseph Wahungu has been there. He's been our eyes and ears on the ground. Wahungu, what more are you gathering from South Sea? What other developments are coming in from that place?
Well, Doreen, Orange, thank you very much. As you've indicated, of course, we are coming to you live from Mohoho Avenue at South Sea in Nairobi County. And what is happening right now, as you can see, if my camera person can show you, is that behind me, we have rescue operations going on. And if Mbache can show, this is what is happening. We have this heavy machinery here that is carrying out the rescue operations. We have a multidisciplinary team here of officers from the National Disaster Management Unit. We also have officers here from KDF. We have officers here from the Kenya Red Cross. Now, this thing happened at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, is when this building, a 16-story building, is reported to have come down. And what we know so far is that information that we're getting here is that up to 4 people are trapped inside the building. And 2 of the people who are trapped here are said to be the security guards who are manning this building at the time of the incident. And so right now, what we are having here is unfortunately that incident. And of course, we will be following up to see what happens. We of course we expect officers from the National Disaster Management Authority talking to us. We will also be waiting to hear whether or to see whether anybody will be carried out from these rubbles. But right now, this is the situation. As you can see, the site is full of rubbles. The site, and of course, we are being asked to leave. I really don't know what is happening, but we are being told that maybe the building is coming down. So, Doreen, we have to stop it for now. We will be getting in touch with you anytime from now. Back to you, Doreen.
It is Joseph Wahungu, who is in South Sea here in Nairobi area, where that 16-story building collapsed earlier today. As is mentioned, that happened at around 4:30 a.m. Today, and he had mentioned earlier that some 2 people had been feared dead, while 2 others still trapped in the rubble. I understand that several leaders have made their way there, including the Langata member of National Assembly, that is Felix Oduor, and also rescue teams are there, including the Kenya Red Cross, who are just trying the much that they can to ensure that they can be able to save or remove those that are trapped inside that trouble. Clearly what you're seeing, just perhaps those officers trying to pave that way, send people away to try and see how best they can be able to just continue that operation exercise of seeing how to perhaps rescue those that have been trapped inside that rubble. That is just the much we know as of now, and definitely we will be linking up with Joseph Wahungu perhaps much later to bring us more details of what is unraveling from South Sea area here in Nairobi County. We continue informing you, and our family in Mombasa is demanding justice after a 14-year-old boy was shot dead by a police officer during New Year celebrations. Dennis Ringa, a grade 6 pupil at Utange Primary School in Kisauni Sub-County, was fatally shot shortly after midnight on January 1st in what witnesses and family members describe as an unprovoked encounter with officers believed to be attached to Bamburi police station. The killing has sparked outrage, with residents and human rights groups questioning the use of excessive force against a minor, as calls grow for the arrest and prosecution of the officer involved.
As fireworks lit up the skies to welcome the new year, tragedy struck in Utange, Bamburi area, Mombasa County. 14-year-old Dennis Ringa, a grade 6 pupil at Utange Primary School, was shot dead shortly after midnight on January 1st in what witnesses describe as an unprovoked police shooting. Family members and residents say Dennis was in the company of 5 other children within a residential area when 2 police officers on a motorbike arrived. One officer was in uniform, the other in civilian clothes. Witnesses say the children ran in different directions, but Dennis was shot from behind as he tried to escape.
Sasa kulingana vile mzeka walikuwa wanatoroka, huyo akawa bado ameshikwa na ule usingizi, hakuweza kuamka kwa haraka. Alipoamka kwa haraka, wenzake kwa distance. Kuna yule mdogo mkubwa wake akabidi akamuita, Deno njoo. Hasa vile kadri anavyoenda, akawa huyu polisi mmoja alikuwa amevaa sare, mmoja alikuwa amevaa raia. Sasa katika huyu ambaye alikuwa amevaa raia, yeye ndo alikuwa yuko na pikipiki. Huyu mwingine ndo alikuwa amevaa hiyo sare ya polisi, yeye ndo amempiga risasi akaanguka. Kadri lile linavyoenda, wakabidi wakageuza gari pikipiki wakaenda na saidi nyingine.
Hili tukio limetokea kwangu. Hao watoto wamechezea pale kwangu. Usiku wakati huyo shughuli imeisha, hiyo apinio imeisha. Hao watoto nimeona tukio, huyu jamaa kabisa kaja hapo dirishani hapa kashuti hiyo bunduki yake hapo dirishani kwangu. Kwa kweli liniuma sana, na sikujua huyo mtoto, maana alishuti kupitia huo mkono mwingine huko, sikujua amemshuti nani. Lakini kusikia hiyo mlio wa risasi kutoka, mimi kwenda kufuatilia hiyo siku, hakukuwa na mtu yoyote nje, nilikuwa peke yangu na mvua inanyesha. Kwa kweli yani kama tukio mliolifanya sio vizuri, na mchungwa mzazi anejua ni mchungwa mwana anejua ni mzazi.
Dennis later succumbed to gunshot injuries, cutting short celebrations and plunging the neighborhood into grief.
Nikajaitwa kwamba mtoto wangu amepigwa risasi. Amefanya nini mtoto wangu? Amefanya nini mwanangu? Ameuliwa na nani? Ampigwa risasi. Imekuwaje? Na hata mwanangu si mwizi, havuti, hachongi. Mtoto wangu si mchokozi, mtoto wangu ni mtulivu. Mtoto mdogo huyu wa class 6. Kwa nini anadulumika hivi? Anapigwa risasi tu. Afadhali angempiga hata ya mguu. ningemuuguza hiyo mguu nikajua mtoto wangu yuko hai. Kwa nini anamuua direct?
His body was taken to the Coast General Teaching and Referral Hospital mortuary, where it is being held pending a post-mortem examination.
Serikali tafadhali ingilia kati. Mtoto, serikali tafadhali, nahitaji msaada wako kupoteza mwanangu mimi. Bila
Sinaomba serikali ichukulie kati, ikae na ukakamavu. Mimi naomba tena serikali ifanye juhudi chini kabla Jumatatu, hata ninapoenda kufanya postmortem.
Human rights group Vocal Africa has condemned the killing, describing it as an act of extrajudicial execution and called for the immediate arrest of the officer involved.
Wale maafisa ambao walihusika kwa hili tendo wanajulikana. Washikwe mara moja, wawekwe korokoroni. Hatutakubali hatua nyingine yoyote ikiwa sio hao polisi kushikwa na kuwekwa korokoroni. Kwa hivyo tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba IPOA, who have the responsibility of following up on police excesses, they do their job and they make sure that justice is done for Dennis.
Ben Chumba, Lunchtime News.
And now we continue tracking for you events as they unfold in South Sea area. And right now there's an address ongoing, perhaps in regards to developments there, rescue operations, and the recent developments in South Sea. Watch.
First floor, the pillars are knocked, but on the ground and maybe on the ground floor, we don't know because the debris are covering the place. So we are yet to remove them and see the kind of damage that is caused on the adjacent building. Otherwise, it is still stable. You are yet to establish that because we have engineers on the ground. Once we remove, then they will establish.
At this stage, has the National Construction Authority tried to verify the ownership of the building?
Yes, they are on the ground. They are doing that. And with the in due course, we shall have to reveal where they are.
There are concerns that perhaps buildings around this area are not safe, are not safely built. Is there action which is being taken even in the interim?
After verification of these other buildings, then you can see how these other buildings can also be verified.
Excuse me, sir. Was the building approved by NCA? And NEMA?
I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Can be built without
Yeah, I think so.
At this stage,
Can I have one question at a time?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes.
From the preliminary assessment of the damage, what may be lead cause of the collapse?
The lead cause, that one I cannot answer now because the engineers are the ones now to tell us whatever may be caused the weakness of the building that caused that, but we are yet to establish that. Then I will have to keep the report.
Sir, just a question. There are other buildings that are occupied around where this building collapsed. Are you thinking that you might evacuate the others because now you're suspecting the other buildings have also been knocked?
We have advised the neighborhood at least to evacuate the buildings so that now we can finish with the work and see whether the other building that is affected is safe for the neighborhood. Yes. Yeah, we have taken those precautions and we are very proactive to make sure that we save more lives than maybe be reactive to rescue. Yes.
How soon should Kenyans expect an update?
That one, it will depend with the work, the capacity of the work. Yes.
Who is to blame for this?
Not yet established. Yeah.
Excuse me,
Yes.
We expected that we have a big crane here just to be removing those slabs, which is not happening, so that we can at least save those lives down there.
The machinery we have, they're enough to do whatever is happening. And you see already we have taken a step ahead. Thank you.
Sir, we can be Let me ask, you're saying this building is shaking. Are you bringing it down? And second to that, is the owner of this same building that has collapsed the same as the one that is shaking?
They are different owners. They are different owners. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you. More updates later on. God bless you. And have a...
I will keep tabs on that to get those more updates. As I said, more updates later on. For now, it just says that you really can't quite establish the cause of the collapse that happened at 4:30 a.m. Much as, yes, the Member of Parliament for Langata, Felix Oduor, who was there earlier, said that this was as a result of that building being unsafe. But they say that that can't quite be established right now unless and until the engineers get...
We really hope that whoever is
under the rubbles. We really hope that, they say 3 or 4, I really hope that we come out alive. Thirdly, we're trying to send our deep concern to the families and whoever is aggrieved here. And for the agencies, the government agencies involved in approvals and all that, I really think they put a blind eye on this, as the guys who are around here say this building has been going on for the last 1 year and it's been going too fast. And I really think after this incident, we should, as stakeholders, as residents, be involved in the approvals and the public participation that happens. Because as residents, we do not know who has approvals, who doesn't have. We just see buildings coming up, which is a big concern as well. And I think we should be more involved. Thirdly, I really hope after this will be the last incident that happens in South Sea, as it is in the public domain that South Sea has been having a lot of developments happening. Some are all right, in good state, but the ones that are being built and the ones that are coming up, as the developers, this is us asking for you guys to really go through the process that is needed, because now if it was in a scenario where a lot of people on the ground will have more casualties, because this was 4 a.m. in the morning. What if it happened at daytime like this, where a lot of residents are passing this main road? So we really urge the agencies and the developers to please take care of future developments. And as residents, we have an association in place where if guys were involved.
Latest from South Sea, Nairobi, where right now as you speak, of course, the rescue operations still continue. But as you've heard earlier, they really can't quite identify the cause of that collapse that happened 4 a.m. Much as the MP for Langata, who was there, had mentioned that this building had been declared unsafe. But yes, they're saying that for now, until the engineers come and be able to identify really exactly what caused that. And as I mentioned earlier, Wahungu Joseph is there for us. And momentarily, he'll just prime us on how this matter would have developed, how the rescue operations are ongoing, and what really caused that collapse that happened earlier today, 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Back to studio, we continue informing you, and our security along Kenya's border with Somalia received a major boost as residents of Kiunga village in Lamu County reaffirmed their commitment to work closely with security agencies to enhance peace and stability in the region. This as Brigadier William Kamoiro, who oversees Operation Amani Boni, emphasized that strong relations between security agencies and the local community form the backbone of lasting security in Lamu County.
The remarks were made during youth sports competitions organized by security agencies as part of ongoing community engagement and counter-terrorism outreach initiatives.
Kama iko utengano kati ya wananchi na serikali, hatutaweza kupambana na hawa maadui ya Al-Shabaab. Na unajua sana pia kwamba nchi ya Somalia imekuwa na matatizo mingi sana, na Al-Shabaab ndio wanaleta hii matatizo.
The sports activities attracted youths from different villages, providing a positive alternative to idleness while fostering unity and cooperation.
Tunavyoshirikiana na KDF kuwezesha mwananchi kugundua athari za ugaidi na kuweza kugundua hasara zinazoletwa kulingana na ugaidi, basi inakuwa ni jambo ambalo linasaidia KDF katika utenda kazi wao.
Na kama itakuwa hakuna uhusiano mwema baina ya wanakijiji na asasi za serikali, itakuwa ni ngumu na kijiji kuripoti hali anayopata kwa askari. Lakini leo hii Ringa tournament kutakuwa na uhusiano mwema na usalama utadumishwa, maendeleo utakuja kwa wingi inshallah. 1.5.
The residents led by Tahiri Mohammed Yusuf, one of Kiunga local leaders, said stronger cooperation between local communities and security forces is critical in addressing insecurity and preventing the threat of terrorism that has affected livelihoods along the border.
Jamii zote ya Kiunga pamoja na wanajeshi wetu na KDF na usalama wetu itarudi kama kawaida, na nimeona kabisa itakuwa zaidi, sio vile hata imekuwa zamani. Sasa naona itaongezeka kwa sababu roho ya watu wamekuwa nzuri
na watu tumetengana kidogo, lakini kwa sasa naona tumeingiliana, tumekuwa madugu.
Mwanagede anasema kwamba hizikani.
Elsewhere, in a renewed effort to rehabilitate and empower youth, young people from Watamu and Shela wards in Kilifi County received financial support aimed at promoting sports as a pathway to positive community engagement.
Hili jambo tumelitilia mkazo sana na tunapenda liwe kila wakati na litakuwako kila wakati kwa mshirikiano wa viongozi hawa wetu, ili iwe ni vipaji pia inaonyesha kuinua vipaji kwa vijana wetu, kwa sababu kunakokuwa na mashindano kama haya kuna vijana wengi huwa wanakuja ambao wanaonekana katika vipaji vyao.
Uwapatie hongera wale waliopanga hii function, uwapatie hongera timu zote ambao zilishiriki, na uwapatie hongera wananchi wote wa Watamu, na zaidi vijana wa eneo hili la Gede, Watamu na Kilifi County.
The initiative seeks to keep youth actively involved in constructive activities, helping them steer clear of drug abuse and criminal behavior.
Our area has been hit badly and hardly na mambo ya madawa kulevya na utovu wa usalama. Lakini tunashukuru kuanzia tuanzishe hizi tournaments na nini mwaka huu. Hii Disemba tumeifunga vizuri, story za mawoza imepungua na nini, vijana wanawajibika katika michezo, wanafanya mazoezi, wanachuana katika michezo mbalimbali, wengine wana muziki wa sanaa.
Hii ni milioni 1 na rais wetu amesema hii pesa ni ya timu zote zilo participate kwenye nini, kwenye game. Tumeelewana eh? Haya, wapi tutamia rais wetu tafadhalini?
Timothy Kipnusu for Lunchtime News.
Choirs under the parastatals, ministries, counties and companies, choral organizations, PAMICO toward Taita Taveta County as part of their annual corporate social responsibility activities, marking 20 years of service through music and serving those who are in need. Our reporter Aaron Marie has the details.
Some of Kenya's finest choirs have converged in Taita Taveta County for a 4-day corporate responsibility tour under the parastatals, ministries, counties and companies, choral organizations, PAMICO. The choirs drawn from the government ministries, parastatals, county governments and private companies use music as a tool to promote unity, service and cultural exchange.
I want to really appreciate the county government of Taita Taveta County. It's unique. We were delighted to be received by the county commissioner together with the governor. We liked the cohesion that is there between the national government and the county government.
During the visit, the groups toured prisons, children's homes and other community institutions, donating food and essential supplies. An emotional highlight was at Tumaini Children's Home in Voi, where the choir sang together with orphan children, creating moments of joy, hope and belonging.
Watoto wako na vipaji vya ajabu, tulifurahia sana na wao pia wakafurahi. Alafu leo tumemalizia na Voi Sub County, tumekuja hapa tulipo Tumaini Children's Home ambapo kuna watoto pia wanatunzwa hapa, watoto mayatima, na pia ni rescue center ya watoto wale kwa muda mfupi watakaa hapa wanaposhughulikiwa kwa ajili ya masuala ya kisheria.
The choirs were musically guided by a renowned national music teacher, while the overall tour was led by Mwalimu Thomas Wesonga from the office of the president, who said the county visits are held annually.
Hawa waliamua miaka kama 20 iliyopita ya kwamba watenge wakati fulani ili wamshukuru Mungu kwa sababu ya talanta ambayo Mungu aliwapatia, yaani talanta ya kuimba. Na waliamua ya kwamba wachukue wakati huo, wakati watu wengine wamerudi kwa familia zao, wanaenda kufanya starehe zao, lakini wao wawache mafamilia wao na waende watembelee wale ambao wanahitaji misaada.
The Taita Taveta County delegation was led by Deputy Governor Christine Kilalo, with the Taita Taveta County Choir joining the visiting groups to showcase local choral talent.
Tumeungana na shirika la kwaya za Kenya, zile top cream, shirika la Pamiko. Wametutembelea, tumekaa na wao kwa siku 4. Tumekaa nao kwa siku 4 na wamekuja kwa ajili ya kufanya mpango wao wa CSR, wa kushukuru Mungu kwa ajili ya talanta za uimbaji.
The county government says the visit boosted tourism and strengthened Taita Taveta's profile as an emerging cultural destination.
Kwa hizo siku 4 wamekaa hapa, biashara zetu zimeenda juu. Alafu na watalii domestic, international wamekuja wengi tu, na hiyo ni dalili nzuri tunapoenda kufungua mwaka.
As the tour came to an end, the message was clear. Music remains a powerful force for unity and social transformation. Reporting for Lunchtime News, I'm Aaron Marie.
To some politics now, a section of United Opposition leaders say they will not be swayed into joining the government. The leaders say working with the government amounts to betrayal of Kenyans and neglecting their role of keeping the government in check. This even as they faltered the plans to increase school fees under the competency-based curriculum, saying the move will disadvantage poor families.
A section of the United Opposition have faulted their counterparts who joined the government, accusing them of betraying Kenyans. The leader said keeping government in check is necessary and also faulted the alleged plans to increase school fees under the competence-based curriculum.
Walitudanganya. Wanatuambia kwamba 845 iko na makosa, imeleta unhealthy competition, watoto wanaanguka, wakasema wanaleta CBC, ndio? Baadaye wakasema ni CBE. Sasa matokeo imepita, watoto wa matajiri wameenda kwa shule nzuri. Watoto wa maskini wote mnahangaika hapa, mmepelekwa shule mbovu kweli kweli.
This as Teso Member of Parliament Ouku Kaunya dismissed claims of division within the Orange Democratic Party. The Teso North legislator affirmed that the recent political scenarios witnessed in the Orange Democratic Party are normal and that the party is still intact. He added that plans were underway to blend ODM senior members with the Young Tusk.
ANC siku hizi wako na nguvu pia, so lazima tuzungumuze wote, tulete ANC pamoja, tulete wale wazee wa zamani, wale experience kama akina Orengo, Oburu na wengine, tulete hao pamoja, tuseme tuwe party ibaki imara. Iko hiyo kuyumbayumba, lakini sio kuwa party imesambaratika. ODM iko imara.
Still on ODM, veteran ODM leaders from across Luo region have reaffirmed their unity and support for Oburu Odinga as the party leader, committing themselves to strengthening ODM structures in the region.
We are all united under our party leader, Oburu Odinga, and even in this meeting, we have affirmed our commitment to supporting Oburu Odinga as the party leader for now going forward. And we will support him and we'll do everything in our power to help him succeed in his leadership of the party.
And we are urging our leaders to speak in one voice. We don't want divergent issues, divergent voices. We will only listen to one command. As we used to listen to His Excellency the late Raila Amolo Odinga, that was our patron. Now the patron of the Second Liberation Veterans is Dr. Oburu Odinga.
To some business news now, and Kenyans paid more for sugar, sifted maize flour, tomatoes, potatoes and sukuma wiki in December 2025, according to new statistics from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. The data indicated that inflation rose to 4.5% in December 2025 from 3% in December 2024. Alana Oko has more.
KNBS said the price increase was primarily driven by a rise in prices of items in the food and non-alcoholic beverages at 7.8%, transport at 5.2%, and housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels at 1.6% over the 12-month period. KNBS data shows inflation has generally trended upward since December 2024, when it stood at 3.0%, with declines recorded only in May and November. The national statistician conducted a nationwide spot check of retailers in both urban and rural areas during the second and third weeks of December to track changes in the commodity prices. During the review period, prices of various commodities went up except housing, water and energy categories, which dropped marginally, while others such as education, insurance and financial services remained unchanged. According to the KNBS report, electricity prices decreased by 2.8% and 2.6% for 50 kilowatt hours, respectively, between November and December 2025. However, the price of liquid petroleum gas rose by 0.4% during the same period. Food prices were mixed. While the cost of skuma wiki, maize flour and potatoes increased, sugar, cooking oil and mangoes remained slightly cheaper. A kilogram of loose maize grain rose from 68 shillings to 69 shillings. Transport costs increased, with matatu and bus fares rising by 5.3%. Alanauko, Lunchtime News.
Santos FC of Kikumbulu South Ward are the winners of the men's football category in the 4th edition of the Kibwezi Youth Mentorship Sports Association tournament. The team clinched the title after edging out Makasa FC in a tense penalty shootout, following a barren draw at the end of regulation time.
KNBS.
4th edition of the Kibwezi Youth Mentorship Sports Association tournament culminated in style with Kibwezi Divas crowned ladies football champions following a 2-1 win over Kanyungu Starlets. The men's title was won by Santos FC, who claimed victory over Makasa FC. In the men's volleyball, Marvel Academy of Makinu emerged champions after defeating Kifaru of Emali 3-2. In the ladies' volleyball category, Katulani overpowered Emali Queens by 3 straight sets.
Kwamba ule uwanja wa Kibwezi Township tutaujenga ukuwe stadium. And this one is on merit because for the last 2 years Kibwezi Kikumbulu South wamekuwa wakishinda category yetu ya football men, so it is only fair that we reward excellence.
A total of 12 outstanding players were selected for advanced mentorship in both football and volleyball by a team of sports scouts led by FKF Technical Director Francis Kimanzi and Patrick Owino, the head coach of Equity Volleyball. Frederick Mwoki for Lunchtime News.
Gabon's government has announced the suspension of the national team, the dismissal of head coach Thierry Mwonyama, and the exclusion of captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang following a disastrous Africa Cup of Nations campaign. The decision was announced on national television by the Minister of Sports after Gabon finished bottom of their group and were eliminated. Under-21 manager Kalum McFarlane is set to take temporary charge of the senior team for this weekend's Premier League clash against Manchester City following the departure of head coach Enzo Maresca. The West London club confirmed that Maresca left Stamford Bridge on New Year's Day, bringing an end to days of speculation surrounding the former Manchester City coach's future. He exits with Chelsea 5th in the Premier League table, and his final match at the club was a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday. And that's all the time we had for you this afternoon. Many thanks for keeping it KBC Channel 1. This has been Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange, and Wangeshi has been our sign language interpreter. Good afternoon.
Na kwa nini unakuja kuongea maneno ya urongo mbele ya koti?
Maneno ya urongo namna gani? Na wewe ulipatikana na vifaa ya wizi.
Sasa kwa nini unaongea vizuri na saa hii mimi nakwambia mimi sijaipa kitu yoyote?
Ulimuona?
Wewe uliniona.
Wewe ndio mimi niliona misuri kusinda mtu mwingine yote. Kumbuka mimi naongea ndani ya kiapo. Wewe ulikuwa mmoja wao.
Mimi nilikuwa
kwanza wewe kwanza lifunika mimi mkono na macho. Na sasa ile wewe ilikuwa nafunika badala ya kuseka mimi pole wewe liweka lea.
Ulichukuliwa vizuri katika nini katika CCTV
kamera. Na umesema hizi vitu zilitolewa nini? Zilitolewa Runda. Umesema na nani? Ati sasa unaruka tena.
Why is it that we are unable to follow through with this resolution throughout the 12 months of the year?
Nobody wants to get to a new year without something.
Exactly.
Okay, so the motivation most of the time is very emotional compared to structural or systemic. All right. So if you make decisions based on emotions, then you're not likely to follow through. You're likely to pick up, identify, maybe write down, and then leave at some point because emotions keep changing.
Of course, and the excitement, it comes down.